Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you all how you guys can get a TextBox'S text from the client to the server using remote events. And for this video, I'm going to be using a school roleplay whiteboard as a demonstration. So without further ado, let's go and get right into the video. All right, so the first thing you guys want to do is insert a part into the workspace. And we're just going to resize this part. It's going to be kind of like our whiteboard. I'm going to put it like right here, actually. Alright, so once you guys have your part, what we're going to do is we're going to rename this part to whiteboard. Alright, and we are going to, inside of this whiteboard, we're going to click the plus button, and we're going to insert a surface GUI by typing in surface GUI. Alright, we're going to insert a surface GUI. And inside of the surface GUI, we're going to insert a text label. And in this, we're going to select the text label, and we're going to make the size 1, 0, 1, 0. And we are going to make the background transparency 1 and the border size pixel 0. Next, you guys can scroll down here in the properties tab to text while selecting the text label. And you guys can customize the text label. So I'm going to customize it real quick. Alright, so once you guys have customized your text label, what we're going to do is we are going to select the whiteboard. We're going to click the plus button again, and we're going to insert a click detector. And inside this click detector, you guys can make the max activation distance whatever you want. If you guys don't know what the max activation distance is or what a click detector is, a click detector is basically when you walk up to something and your mouse turns into that, this little button right here. I'll show it on screen right now. Your mouse turns into that little cursor, and then it's like a clickable part, and when you click on it, something happens. So that's a click detector. And max activation distance is how far away you can click the part. So if you only want there to be a certain distance before you cannot click the part, you can use max activation distance for that. So I'm going to make the max activation distance 15 studs. So when the player, and all these and the base plate, guys, these are all studs, all these squares. So when the player walks 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 15, they cannot click this anymore, all right? So, yeah, so once you guys have done that, we're going to insert a screen GUI into the started GUI. We're going to rename this screen GUI to Whiteboard GUI. Or Whiteboard Edit GUI. Excuse me. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna select Whiteboard Edit. We're gonna select the Whiteboard Edit GUI, and we are going to make ignore GUI GUIsNet. I don't know what that says. We're gonna select that though, and we're gonna make that true, or we're gonna check the box, and we are going to uncheck the box where it says reset on spawn. We're gonna uncheck that. Alright, so once you guys have done that, we are going to insert a frame inside of the Whiteboard Edit GUI, and we're going to rename this frame to background. Alright, so once you guys have done that, we are going to click on background, and we are going to make the anchor point 0.5, 0.5. And once you guys have done that, you guys can see that the frame kind of scooted up a little bit on your screen. How you guys can drag that back into the middle of your screen is you guys can select the background inside of the GUI. You guys are going to select the background, and you're going to drag it to the middle of the screen, just like that. Now, once you guys have done that, we are going to scroll. We're going to select the background. We're going to scroll down, and we are going to make the size 0, 0, 0, 0. And we're going to, that's basically just going to shrink it to, you can only see the borders of it. So it's going to shrink it to this little tiny dot on your screen. Once you guys have done that, we are going to select the background again, and we are going to, there should be these 4 little tiny squares. What we're going to do is we're going to drag one of these squares out so it resizes the frame so we can actually see it again. And what you guys want to do is, once you guys have done that, we're going to select the background again. We're going to scroll down to size. And what you guys want to do is you guys want to make sure that when you resized it, from 0 to whatever size it is right now. You guys want to make sure that the size is, so you guys want to click on size, and you guys want to make sure that the size is only using the X. Actually, hold on, wait. You guys want to make sure the size is using the scale and not the offset. So if you guys don't know what the scale and offset is, it's basically just, I don't really know what they are, but all I know is that the first number in, so all these parentheses looking like squiggly line things, the offset is the first number in every one of these, and the the scale is the first number in every one of these, and the offset I think is the other one. I might have like I might have I might have done that backwards, but yeah, so make sure, guys, when you're scaling it, make sure that the first number is only getting moved, and make sure the second number stays 0. So how you guys can check that is when I drag it up. All right, when I drag the frame up like this, as you guys can see, this number is moving right here, and not the 0. All right, so the 0 is not going up, but the first number is. All right, and when I move it to the side, the 0 is gonna stay 0, and this number is moving up. So make sure that the instead of the second numbers moving, when you resize it, make sure the first numbers are moving. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, hopefully that makes sense to you guys. Anyways, now what we're gonna do is we are going to customize the frame. So I'm gonna make the frame a little bit bigger. I'm gonna put it in the middle of your screen, and I'm going to make the border size pixel 0, and I'm going to, yeah, actually that's all I'm gonna do. All right, so now that you guys have customized your background, what we're gonna do is we are going to go select the background. We're going to click this plus button, and we're going to insert a Alright, so once you guys have customized your background, what you guys are going to do is you guys are going to click this plus icon next to the background, and we are going to insert a text button into the frame, or into the background. And once you guys see this text button pop up here, what we're going to do is we're going to select the text button. We're going to go down to properties, and we're going to make the anchor point 0.5, 0.5. And now it's going to do the same thing that this frame did. It's going to go a little bit off to the side, just drag it back here. And we're going to do the same thing we did to this frame. We are going to make the size 0, 0, 0, 0. And then we're going to resize this. Actually, I'm gonna go back to the frame real quick. Or actually, hold on. Let's finish customizing this button, and then I'm gonna go back and customize this. Actually, hold on. Let's make this. What is a good blue? I think this is a cool blue, cool looking blue. And I'm gonna make it rounded. And I'm gonna actually add a stroke, UI stroke, into this, and it's gonna outline it. Alright, so this looks kind of cool now. Alright, so I went and customized the background, guys. I added UI stroke, and I also changed the color of the background. You guys don't have to do that, but you guys can customize the background if you want. You can just select the background and customize it. Anyways, so let's go on, continue. So let's select the text button again. Alright, make the anchor point 0.5, 0.5. Drag it, and if it's gonna go like right here, like it did with this frame, so we're gonna drag it into the middle of the screen, and we're pretty much gonna do the same thing that we did with this frame. We are going to make the size 0, 0, 0, 0, and we're gonna resize it and make sure that it's only moving on the first number and not the second number. And I'm going to resize it to there, and I'm going to make it the confirm button. Alright, I'm gonna rename it to the confirm button. So rename the button to the confirm button. Then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna customize the text. I'm gonna go over here to text scale and make that true, and I'm going to go, I'm just gonna customize the text now. So I'm gonna make the background blue, like a lighter blue though. Actually, I'm gonna make it white, and I'm gonna make it round. So I'm gonna add a UI corner. I'm gonna make the corner radius like 13, and then I'm going to I'm gonna drag it down here, and I'm going to make the text say confirm. Alright, so now that you guys have made your confirm button, we're gonna actually duplicate this confirm button by selecting the confirm button, and we're gonna type in Control D, or we're gonna click Control D on our keyboard, and we are gonna kind of just drag it over here to the corner of your screen. Also, if I'm moving too fast for you guys can always pause the video. So yeah. Anyways, now that we've duplicated the confirm button, we are going. Sorry, my eye is itching, guys. Now that we've duplicated the confirm button, we are going to rename the new button to just the letter X. We're going to make the background color red, and I'm going to make the text color white, and I'm going to make the text the letter X, and then I'm going to resize it, kind of like a X button over here. Alright, so we just made an X button, guys. So this is going to be how players close out of your GUI. Now that we've done that, before we continue, I'm actually going to make a UI stroke here. And I'm going to make it border. Make the thickness like 6.7, something like that. And I'm going to make it like gray. Yeah, there we go. Looks a little bit nicer. Actually, wait, UI stroke. There, that looks better. And I'm gonna disable auto button color, and that's basically gonna prevent it from like going darker when you hover over it. So as you guys can see, it does that. All right, so once you guys have customize all your buttons, customize the frame, and like duplicated this button and made it an X up here. Now what we're gonna do is we are going to insert a text box inside of the background frame, and we are going to do pretty much the same thing we've been doing with all these UIs. We're gonna make the anchor point 0.5, 0.5. I'm gonna drag that down over here. 0, 0, 0, 0 as the size. Make sure it's only moving on the first number. Alright, and drag that out. And I'm actually going to make this stretch it out a little bit. Alright, so now, this is going to be our text box. And I'm going to make the border color just black. I'm going to make it the border size pixel 3. Alright, so yeah, alright. And I'm actually going to insert a text label, alright? So I'm going to insert a text label. Alright, I'm going to do the same thing we literally just did with the text box. 0.5, 0.5. Size 0, 0, 0, 0. Like, I forgot to stretch it, or I forgot to move it to the middle of the screen. It's going to be a little bit harder, but there we go. I got it. Alright. Going to make the background transparency of this 1. I'm going to make the border size pixel 0. I'm going to make it text scaled, and I'm going to make the text color white. I'm going to make it so it's like a cartoon font, and I'm going to make it say, edit the whiteboard text. Alright, so once you guys have kind of like, customized your frame and everything. Hold on, wait, this is not in the middle of your screen. There we go. There we go. Okay. So once you guys have kind of customized your frame and everything, what we're gonna do now is we're actually gonna go over to the text box, and we're gonna finish configuring this. So we're gonna select text box. We're gonna scroll down over to frame, or not frame. Sorry guys, text, not frame. We're gonna scroll down over to text in the properties tab, and we're gonna make it text scaled, and we're gonna make the placeholder text edit or type text here. And I'm actually going to change the font to cartoon. There we go. Alright, so once you guys are done customizing, you know, like everything, like this GUI and everything, we have to make a way for the player to make the GUI open and close. So how we're going to do that is by using this click detector that we inserted here a while ago. What we're going to do is we are going to insert a local script right into the starter GUI, and we are going to rename this local script to Whiteboard GUI Open. Alright, Whiteboard GUI Open Local Script. It's a pretty long name. I'm not really good at shortening names, but you guys can rename this local script to whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to rename it to Whiteboard GUI Open Local Script. Alright, and we're going to open this script by double clicking on it. And we're going to delete print hello world inside of it. And what we're going to do is we're going to type in local whiteboard equals game.Workspace :WaitForChild whiteboard. Then what we're going to do is we're going to type in local detector equals whiteboard :WaitForChild ClickDetector. Alright, so once we've typed all this, we're going to go down 2 lines. We're going to type in detector.MouseClick :connect function. Alright, your script should look like this. What we're going to do now is we are going to delete this end bracket here, and we are going to type the, or not bracket, parenthesis, and we are going to make a new, we're going to type one end one start parenthesis, one end parenthesis, so just like this. And as you guys can see, start parenthesis and end parenthesis. Now what we're going to do is we are going to click enter on our keyboard, and it should go down 1 line and automatically have this end here. Now what we're going to do is we are going to type in here, oh shoot, okay, hold on, wait. Before we type anything in here, we actually have to go back up, and we're going to go down 1 line, and we're going to type in local player equals game.Players.LocalPlayer. Then we're going to type in local GUI equals player.PlayerGui. And then whatever your name is for this GUI that we just made. So mine is WhiteboardEditGui. Now that we've done that, we're going to go back here to the detector.MouseButton and we are going to go over to this line, this empty line right here, and we are going to type in gui.Enabled equals true. Alright, that's all we're going to type. Now we're going to exit out of the script. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go back into our GUI, and we're going to actually enable this so we can see it. And you guys remember the X button that we made. We're actually going to make a script so it'll close. How we're going to do that is we're going to insert a local script inside of the X button. And what we're going to do is we're going to double click. We're going to open the local script by double clicking on it. We're going to remove print hello world. And what we're going to do is we're going to type in script.parent. Or actually, hold on. What we're going to do is we're going to type in local frame equals. And what we're going to do is we're going to type in. Or actually, hold on. So local player equals game.Players.LocalPlayer. Then we're going to type in local GUI equals player.PlayerGui. Whatever we put here, or whatever this name is. So it's, for me, it's WhiteboardEditGui. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna type in local frame equals player, or not player. Local frame equals GUI dot background, which is this right here. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna type in script.parent.mousebutton1click :connect function. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna type in GUI.Enabled equals false. Actually, and yeah, so once we've typed all that, you guys can actually delete this frame here. This local frame equals GUI.background. Didn't really need that actually. So yeah, okay, so you can just delete that and leave GUI equals yellow. So your script should look like this. Now that we have this, we're gonna exit out of the script. All right. So now what we're gonna do is we are going to go over here to this GUI or our GUI. I'm gonna make enabled. And we're gonna make that false, and we're gonna uncheck that. All right. And so now that we've actually done all that, we are going to hold on, let's enable it again, and we are actually going to make the text box text going from client to the server now, like what this whole video is supposed to be about. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna insert a local script inside of the confirm button. We're gonna exit out of that script. Then we're going to go over to the replicated storage, and we're going to insert a remote event. And we're going to rename this remote event to TextBoxEvent. And then we're going to go over to the server script service, and we're going to insert a script. And we're going to close out of the script. Alright, so we're going to go back to the confirm button. We're going to go to the local script, and we're going to delete print hello world. What we're going to type in, we're going to type in local TextBoxEvent equals game : GetService ReplicatedStorage : WaitForChild TextBoxEvent. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down 2 lines. And we're gonna type in TextBoxEvent. Hold on, sorry. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down 2 lines. We're gonna type in script.parent.mousebutton1click : connect function. And then we're going to type in TextBoxEvent : fire server. And actually, we're going to go back up here, and we're going to make a new variable. We're going to go down 1 line again, and we're going to type in local textbox equals script.parent.textbox. All right. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go down here to where it says script.parent.mousebutton1click. We're going to make a new line, and we're going to type in local. We're going to make a new line inside of it, and we're going to type in local text equals textbox.text. And you guys see where it says TextBoxEvent : fire server. Inside of these 2 parentheses, we're going to type in text, or whatever we put here. So now that we've done that, we're going to exit out of here, and we are going to go over to the server script. All right, this script right here that we inserted in the server script service. Actually, before we do that, we're going to, and before we do that, actually, we are going to go over here to WhiteboardEditGui. I'm going to make enabled false now, officially. Then we're gonna, click this little arrow to stop showing the starter GUI. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over to the server script service, and we're going to we're gonna rename this script to Whiteboard Edit Server Script. All right, and we are going to double click on it to open it, and we're gonna delete print hello world. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna type in local TextBoxEvent equals game.ReplicatedStorage : game.ReplicatedStorage dot what's it called again? TextBoxEvent. Oh yeah, it's literally named TextBoxEvent. Okay, so alright, so once we've typed this out, we're gonna go down 1 line, and we're gonna type in local whiteboard equals game.Workspace.whiteboard. Alright, so once we've typed this out, we're gonna go down 1 line, and we're gonna type in local text label equals whiteboard.text, or wait, hold on, whiteboard.surfaceGui.text label. Alright, so once we've typed all of this out, we're gonna go down 2 lines, and we're gonna type in TextBoxEvent.onServerEvent : connect function. Alright, and we're gonna make the parentheses like that, and we're gonna type in player inside of these parentheses, where it says onServerEvent : connect function. Inside these 2 parentheses, where the next to the function, we're gonna type in player, comma, text. Alright, or yeah, it's player, comma, text. Then we're gonna go down 1 line, and we are going to type in text label dot text equals text. All right. So now that we've typed all this out, I think it is good to go. So let's go ahead and test this out. So let's go over here to test, and let's go ahead and click play. All right, let's see if it works. So let's go over here. Let's see if there's any errors. So over here where the part is, as you guys can see, our cursor kind of changes, and when we click on it, as you guys can see, this pops up. When we click the X button, it closes. So now what we're going to do is we're going to click on this, and we're going to type in here whatever we want. So A. And then what we're going to do is we're going to click confirm. And as you guys can see, it changes the text to A, lowercase a. That changes that to that. All right. And the cool thing with this is you guys can actually, it changes on the server. So what we can do actually is we can go over to, or we can start a game with 2 players. So all right, so this is what player 1 sees in the game. All right, this is what player, actually this is what player 1 sees, everybody. So this is player 1. He's walking around, clicks on this text or whiteboard, and he types some text in here, A. And then this is what player 2 sees. As you guys can see, it changes to the letter A here. And what player 1 can do, you can type that lowercase a, and it'll do that. And you can close out, as you guys can see. And what player 2 can do is he can also click on this, type A, and as you guys can see, it changes to A here. Type A, it changes to A here. So that's kind of cool. It works for every single player in your server, and yeah, it works just overall. Anyways, that is my tutorial on how to make, how do you get TextBox's text from the client to the server by using a whiteboard. If you guys did enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Also, before we end out this video, go to the workspace and select the whiteboard and make sure anchored. So scroll down into properties and make sure anchored is checked. Anyways, yeah, I just want to do that before the end of the video, so players cannot knock down this, because what anchored is like it makes sure that the part is staying still, and that players cannot knock it down. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, I'll have the scripts down in the description below that you guys can copy and paste, and I'll also have a model that you guys can get and put it in your game. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.